Hi everyone, I'm John, and welcome back to Puzzle Me This. This is part 11, so it is the 10th month update on the 42,000 piece Around the World Jigsaw Puzzle. I always try to do these videos right at the end of the month, because that way those of you that watch them right at the beginning of the month, you're right up to date and at the same place that we are with the puzzle. And that comes in handy sometimes because people in the comments will tell me that something needs changed or try this or that, and I'll come up and sure enough, you guys are right. I don't know how you can see it on the YouTube video, but that does help out. And I use the Microsoft video editor that comes free with Windows. And I'm on a tight timeline because I do it right at the end of the month, make the video, and then post it on the 1st. Well, last month I went into the Microsoft video editor and it's not there anymore. They have it called something else now. And I don't know why you would change that. Microsoft Video Editor pretty much tells you everything you need to know about the program. Now it's called something that doesn't even make any sense. And so I had to hurry up and learn that so that I could get the video done by the 1st. And I made it. But and last month was a long video because we were talking about how the different sections, 3 of the sections were turned upside down from the other 4. And so it took a lot of editing, and I tried to shorten it as much as I could and still have it make sense. And so hopefully this video will be a little shorter. I did take 2 days off of the puzzle this month. A friend and I rode electric bicycles down Skyline Drive, which is 105 miles. And Dad drove the truck and met us at most of the tops of the hills. And we stayed overnight in the middle, so we did 50 miles kind of one day and 50 whatever the other. But that was the most and the biggest hills that I've ever climbed. I've seen guys and girls on YouTube riding that on regular bicycles. And I have a whole new respect for them now, because even on an electric bicycle with pedal assist, those hills were amazing. The views and all too are amazing. We did it at the beginning of October, and the leaves were just starting to change. So it was, if we'd have been maybe a week or 2 later, it would have really been colorful. And it was starting to get that way when we were there. And a group of us, 5 or 6 of us, went up to Gettysburg Battlefield. And we rode bicycles around that also one day. So 3 days. I took 3 days off of the puzzle this month. So the puzzle this month, we are at 2,038 hours. 0.75. So 2,038 hours spent on the puzzle so far. That includes everyone's time added up. Okay, I'll show you the cardboards. I don't have too many cardboards to show you that I haven't showed you over and over again probably. But I'll show you some of them and then what we have on the table. Okay. I'm still working on the sky. I know every month I say I want to do something else. And this month sometime, I hope I get back to doing regular buildings or pictures of something besides just shades of blue. I have down here, I've been taking rows out, working my way up and sorting by piece. And after I got so far up this way that I couldn't get anymore, then I started down here and started up around here someplace, and I'm working my way back down. So right now I am in the third row. So I only have to do the third row, and you can see it over here. I haven't picked any of these shapes out yet. Those are the cardboards I have left of sky pieces. So I only have this row that's on here that I've taken out of here, and the next row, the second row looking down. And then I will have all my sky pieces on cardboards that are marked by rows. If you can see there, row 5 east is row 22 west. And one thing I've learned is that row 14, if you're counting from the top going down, row 14 up here is row 14 on that end also. It's just the pieces, it's upside down. So row 14 is kind of the middle, and I guess it would be the same if you're looking up here, or in the center here, row 14, or in the bottom section going across. Would be row 14 would be the same. Just these 3 bags on this end are going to be upside down from the 4 bags on that end. So these are the sky pieces here. They're according to shape again. And so those are the pieces that I have left for the sky. And I do have some pieces, a lot of holes that need pieces in the sky. I'll show you that more when I take the cardboards off. But that's what I'm doing with the sky, and hopefully I'll be done that here in a couple of days, hopefully. And well, I'll talk about that when I have a friend of mine, Bob, he was over, and I need to get him on video yet. He's been over maybe every other Friday or every third Friday he comes over for a couple hours and works a little bit. So he was working on some of the pink pieces, and he'll go down through the cardboards we have on the table and work on putting different things together. These are all my border pieces between the bags. Like right here, these little tabs here, little tabs and little holes. And there's a row of them that goes up through here, and up through here, and right here, up through here, every 37 pieces. So as I get the 35 in the middle here, and these 35, then I know the color I'm looking for these pieces. They're all a little wider, and they have a little tab or a little hole. And I can go up through now and fill some of them in. So that will help. And just some miscellaneous stuff kind of over here. These are all my rows where it tells me what row. I got row 12 west and row 16 east. And hopefully that's going to help me once I start putting sky pieces in. These are still white ones. And these are some skyline pieces here. Mom was picking out towers and spires and things like that. We have mountains under here. There's 3 or 4 cardboards of mountain pieces. There's so many mountains that they're all rock and snow or just mountain pieces. So that's going to be a whole nother project, is sorting the mountains out. Hopefully they're all each a little bit of a different color, so we can kind of pick them out and then just work on them on the cardboards and then put them in where they go. Some signs. The greens are back there. The reddish pieces, we had them over on the other side, if you remember, before. Now they're over here. So that's kind of where the cardboards are. Let me take the cardboards off and I'll show you what we've been working on the table. Okay, I have all the cardboards off of the table. And I noticed when I watched the first part of the video that I talked about the 3 sections down there and the 4 sections down here. And I meant the 3 bags down there and the 3 bags up here. There are 2 sections per bag. Like, for example, this is 1 section over to right here. And then the second section is right here on this joint right here. So that is the first bag. Well, that is actually bag number 7. If you're looking at it from the bottom of the puzzle going from left to right, this down here would be bag number 7, and that up there is bag number 1. I did the first part of the video, I think came out pretty good, or at least up to my standards. So I didn't want to reshoot it again. So that's why I'm explaining that here. I mixed up sections and bags a lot of times in last month's video, but I think I got them all edited out. So hopefully it all made sense. So my idea is to finish doing this row and sorting out the pieces for my sky. And I did show you earlier the cardboards, and I have that many pieces of kind of each shape so far left over. And it doesn't look like I have that many empty pieces in the sky that I need. But they all need to go in there someplace. And so my thinking is I'll do these and get them according to a row, and then the next one according to a row, and then go through and try to fill in pieces that I'm missing. And if I can get down to this section right here, that joint right there, and everything from there over is right, I'll have to work on this. I might have to come back to here maybe. I think everything from there down is right. And then come down here to this joint right here between these 2 sections. Everything from there down, I believe, is right, except for maybe 3 or 4 pieces. So what that'll do then is that will give me only 3 sections that I need to switch pieces around in. It will leave me this section, and this section. So say I have some of these pieces in here wrong, which I do. There's only 2 other places that can go. It can only go there or there. And I think I can eliminate and rearrange them fairly easily. I won't know till I do it. It probably won't be fairly easily, but that way, at least I'm only dealing with 3 sections of wrong pieces instead of 14 sections from that end all the way down to that end. And that's what I'm going to hope to do next month before the next video. And I think when I get that done, or at least satisfactorily for right now, I will take and maybe resort my cardboard pieces. I was hoping that my first sort at the beginning would be enough so I wouldn't have to sort again. But I sorted just the yellows together and the greens together and like things like that. And now that I know more what I'm looking at, I think I could go through the yellow cardboards and be more precise with my sorting and the greens and different things. And I think that would make a big difference in us getting some of the other things started that's in between the things that we have. So I hope to do all that before next month's video. So we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of mountains that I need to try to find. I do have 3 or 4 mountain cardboards, and if I can get them sorted a little better, that would get me some mountains for in here. And this mountain here is almost done in this section right here. It comes down over into here. I just have a little bit there to go. There's some things in the sky. This is the Christ the Redeemer statue, and this is Jesus's head right here. And his arms extend out this way and extend over this way. So I have a big hole right there right now that his arms go. So I need to find some of that color. There's a color right there that's part of the robe, and it's a real dark color. So once I know what color I'm looking for, maybe I can find some of that. This here is a skunk, and this is a raccoon. And apparently a skunk and a raccoon are the same all over the world, because it's not a Russian skunk or a German raccoon or anything. It's just a skunk and a raccoon. And this is a rattlesnake and a saguaro cactus that's here. We're slowly getting some of that more put together. We do, like I said before, all the time. We keep finding pieces for different things and recognize pieces. And Shauna, and I think Shauna, who you met maybe in video 5 or 4, she was working on the water. And Mom had some water pieces all sorted out, and she worked on a lot of the water. So there's water there. Down here is some water. And down along here is a lot of water. And some right here that's water. So she and Mom were working on that. There's a couple grouse here someplace. Oh, right here. They're grouse. There's 2 of them. I guess they're grouses. So different things. We've just been adding some pieces in. The blue mosque up here. Well, this is Charles Bridge in Prague. And the blue mosque is up here. We had it on a cardboard before, and we do have some of the spires that go in with it. So we put that in the middle here where it goes. And we have a leopard here. And that is beside the Benedictine Palace fountain. And then a lot of this is the same. This is part of the Taj Mahal here. And this over here is also part of the Taj Mahal. And the Taj Mahal will go right in the middle here. And you can see this reflection. This is the pool in front of it. And this here is the Shivananda sculpture. And you can see the reflection of it here in the water. So that'll go there. And the different trees that are some different colors, we've been finding some pieces of them. And there is a sculpture right here. It is the Bonds of Friendship sculpture in Sydney. and it goes here between the surfboard. So we're starting to get to that a little bit. And I think that's about all that we have for this month. So I want to thank everyone. And, oh, you're not supposed to see this. You're supposed to think I have all these places memorized. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch. And until next time, go put your puzzle together.